Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 2020 money and career reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit that bell notification. Now before we dive into this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity, so we move forward in peace, harmony, and serenity of self. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Feeling yourself centered and calm as you focus on your breath, on yourself, on your peace. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Taurus, August 2020 money and career. Taurus, August 2020 money and career. Taurus, August 2020 money and career. Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. One bonus card. All right. Now before we turn these over, let's see what your chakra has to say about this time. Your chakra energy. Taurus, August 2020 money and career. Taurus, August 2020 money and career. Taurus, August 2020 money and career. Angels and spirit guides. These three. Okay, fantastic. We have the I Am presence, which is such a powerful card, especially when we talk about money, when we talk about career, because it's what we tell ourselves. This is, I am successful, I am powerful, I am prosperous, I am bountiful, or I am worthless, I am scared, I am overwhelmed, I am never going to get ahead, I have no talents. What is your I am presence? Is it that I am enough? And you might sit there and say, but Dane, there is so much more that I want to be. And that's awesome. That is awesome. But for you right now, in the place where you are, even if this is a place that you never want to revisit, to know that you are enough, that you are powerful, that you are guided by your angels, your spirit guides, by divinity, to achieve more, to move forward in a greater passion and purpose, to let that fill your mind, to let that be your knowledge, because I am enough, and I am success. To say those words, and to feel them in every ounce of your being and in the depth of your soul, is going to be beautiful for you, and it's going to be life-changing. Then we have play, the heart chakra. All work and no play. will not be good for life, and all play and no work will not be good for life. Here it is to embrace the joy of your heart, the laughter, the beauty, the serenity. And you might say, peace is the furthest thing from me right now. Then that is what your heart needs you to chase. Because there needs to be moments of laughter, moments of joy, moments of play, to lighten the heart and to help you be successful and move forward, or stay successful and move forward in that success. And then we have self-mastery. Now this is the solar plexus chakra. And self-mastery is self-discipline. Self-mastery is knowing your strengths and also knowing your weaknesses. Self-mastery is being brutally honest with yourself at time. Self-mastery is a gut reaction. It is. It's going to become a gut response for you. It's kind of like, well, I know my strengths. I know my power. I know myself because I have mastered my skill of my essence, my skill of my beauty. And that, of course, is a lifetime thing. It doesn't happen overnight, though it would be lovely, and I'd totally sign up if it did. So here, that self-mastery, you're going to feel it in your gut. Listen to your gut. There will be times where you sit there and you're like, it just doesn't feel right. Don't do it. Now, it isn't putting your work in jeopardy or your finances in jeopardy, but it is listening to your gut responses to things. And it is also being in tune with your body, your mind, and your spirit to move forward. And that's really what your chakra is saying here. It's the crown, the heart, and the solar plexus chakra. So here, when you have this power coming forward, you have the sense of really understanding you. And that's going to be brilliant during this time. Now, the left-hand side of this reading, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart. And the right-hand side, this is your public self. So let's see here. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Lovers, which is a Gemini presence, a time frame of May 21st to June 20th. Also a very powerful time for those of you Taurians born on the cusp of Gemini. So the Taurus time period, of course, ends on May 20th. So I'd say around a 5 days around there. 5 to 10. It can go up to 10 for some. Temperance, Sagittarius energy, November 22nd to December 21st. Also look at your chart. If your natal chart has these signs in them powerfully, they're going to be shining through, especially in your internal self, on your personal self here. And I have a link down below to my personal astrologer who is just amazing if you want to check her out. Then we have the 5 of Cups. Interesting. The Knight of Cups. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The Queen of Swords, right next to Gemini energy. So very powerful, very much a warrior queen energy is around you. And I know you might be sitting there and saying, I don't want to be a warrior queen. I'm tired of being a warrior. Well, you know what? It's a really good thing for you because it's like, be this warrior for your success, for your truth, for your power, for your brilliance. It's better than being passive. And that's what I'm seeing here. Spirit is like, no, you are this force, Taurus. Embrace it. Embrace it. And you're also branching out in different directions. Don't spread yourself too thin because you're going to have this mentality of, oh no, I can do this. Oh no, I can do this. Oh no, I can do this. And you spread yourself too thin. And what you're going to see is that the quality that you give is not going to be there. And that's really going to upset you. So this is quality over quantity. And this is focus. And also discipline comes in here. 3 of Pentacles. There's a collaboration. Oh, I like that. The 4 of Swords. The 10 of Pentacles. You've been through a battle and now there is prosperity on the horizon. The Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Strong Sagittarius presence here. The 6 of Pentacles, a balance needed. A balance is needed. And then we have the Devil, Capricorn energy, a time frame December 22nd to January 19th. Okay. So before we dive into this, oh no, I've already done that. People, there we go. Let's see the people who will aid you during this time. Who are the people who will aid Taurus, August 2020, money and career? Who are the people who will aid Taurus, August 2020, there we go, money and career? Who are the people who will aid Taurus, August 2020, money and career? Okay, there's something about the 22nd here. I don't know why, but just be mindful of that date that's just being given for some reason. Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Yeah, 4. Okay, perfect. So we have here Aquarius energy. This is January 20th to February 18th, but there's a sense of wishes being granted. This is a person who balances the water, who is a healer, all right? This is a person who is calm and serene and has a very open heart. This is also a person who can be very emotionally invested in things, and that can be rather intense. Their emotions are rather intense. This doesn't have to be with the line of people who aid you, and then later on the line of people to be mindful of. These aren't people that you have to know. These can be, people who just inspire you during this time. You might never know the person was an Aquarius or had strong Aquarius energy in their charts, but they're going to speak to you in a very powerful way. They really are. Then we have the Lord. This is Aries energy, March 21st to April 19th. All right? This is a person, this is a boss. This is a person who has leadership just written on them. They aren't that good of a follower, okay? But they are a very good leader. And this is a person who, you listen to, you're drawn to. You're going to find that this is a person who helps you stand up in your truth. They might not know that they're helping you stand up in your truth, but you're like seeing them stand up in theirs, and you're like, oh wow, I see it. You do. It's powerful for you. And I'm really seeing also people on the cusp, okay? The beginning of Taurus, born in the beginning of Taurus, you might be, yeah. So the beginning of Taurus is April 20th. So you're on the cusp, very close to April 19th, which is the end of Aries. There's this leadership energy in you, and you're going to want to learn as much as you can about being the leader of your destiny. Even for those of you who aren't cusp babies, this is going to be a powerful force that guides you forward. It's like, no, I am not going to be kind of second fiddle. I want to excel. I want to propel myself forward. And that's just a part of you during this time. You have then the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have Aries here. You have Sagittarius within the reading. This is a person who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty, who, has a throne, yes, but kind of jumps in the middle of things. Very intense, very charismatic, okay? Yeah. And who helps you realize your passion, your power, and won't even know it. They won't even know that they did it. It's just such a part of them. They have that fire in their belly. There's this sense of, really looking at what they want. There's this bonfire behind it. It's like this illumination of passion and power. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which you have in the main reading. So the Queen of Swords is going to be very powerful for you. This is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius. This is a person who is passionate. This is a person who cuts through doubts and fears. This is a person who you might think is a little bit haughty when you first meet this person, or see this person, or get introduced to their work, or however you stumble across this person. Because when I looked at the Queen of Swords in this deck, this is the Druid Craft deck, for the first time, I thought, oh, I don't like her. I really did. I didn't like her. I thought, look how haughty she looks. And it made me upset. And then one day I was using these cards, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the wind. It just hit me. It was like, Dane, this is the wind. And she's connecting with the wind, which is her energy, the energy of air. And so when you see somebody so completely in their element, that there is just this confidence that radiates from them. We, as human beings, might think, oh my gosh, that person is haughty, or that person is arrogant. But no, they're in their element, and they're listening to their element of truth. And that's going to be something that absolutely inspires you. Absolutely inspires you. So the Queen of Swords very much moves to this Aquarius energy here, to this Gemini energy here, all right? And there's just power to it. There's just power to you. And so as you are moving forward in this power, there is a sense of you walking away from what you once thought you would love. It's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm done. It's not right for me. It can be a mindset. It can be a way that you are looking at things. It can be, a relationship. It can be a job. It can be a person. It can be a friendship. It can be anything. But you're looking at this and it's very powerful for you, because what happens is that like the doors start to open. You start to see these gifts that divinity are handing you. You start to see this power of beauty in self. But personally for you, there's something that you're turning away from and you're saying it's not my truth anymore. It's not going to be my truth. And it's interesting because here it's like you change your mind, you change your life. But it takes a shift and it's going to be emotionally intense. It is just going to be emotionally intense. Now, of course, always keep yourself safe. Right? Do not do something that puts yourself in financial straits or anything like that unless it is absolutely necessary. Right? So especially during this time in the world, I see here from Spirit, it's like walk slowly, don't be impetuous about things. And there's a healing that comes. There's a healing that comes forward. So with the Eight of Cups, it's like, okay, I have to move forward. I just have to. And then as you do so, as you walk away from something you once thought you would love, as you broaden your horizons, because that's really what you're doing. You're looking at things and you're saying, I can't be kept small. I can't be kept in the past. I have to move forward. And then as you do, divinity starts handing you these beautiful gifts. Like the Four of Cups, you see the gifts that are before you, yes. But then you have this beautiful gift handed to you. And it's like, oh my goodness, I never thought of this path. I never thought of this way. I never thought of this. And so the Four of Cups is true inspiration. It's, this divine coming. And with the Four of Cups, it's kind of like you need to step back because you have the repeat of the number 4 here. And the repeat of the number 4 is saying you have to take care of yourself, body, mind, and spirit. You just do. So stepping back and connecting with your breath. The breath is so important. Breathing in deeply through the nose. Nice deep breaths in, filling your lungs, exhaling slowly through the nose. And just doing that a couple times a day. Just sitting there, connecting with your breath, connecting with the earth, connecting with yourself. It empowers you, it emboldens you, right? It also centers you in a way because you're not going to see these gifts all at once. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? Am I moving forward the right way? Do I know? And the answer is, yeah, you know. Your angels, your spirit guides, they're right there with you. And it leads you to your love. The Lovers. You have the repeat of the number 6 right here. This is a sense of moving forward in love. 6 is also a nurturing number, a caring number. It's like, I'm here for you. And you have this nurturing, caring aspect to you during this time. Well, actually, Taurus, this is a very big part of your personality, this sensuality, this nurturing, this caring. When you have connected yourself with a person, with something, that's why this is so intense for you. Because it's like, once you have said, like, this is what I'm going to do, come hell or high water, this is what you do. I mean, you've given your word. You are determined, you are dedicated, you will make this happen. But with walking away, you feel like you're giving up something. You feel like you're letting people down. You're not, or you're letting yourself down. No, you're opening up new opportunities for blessings to come your way. If we're always focusing on the old, we never let in the new. And that's what you're doing for yourself. You're letting in this new passion, this new power. There's duality to you. There's this beautiful connection with Gemini energy. There's this power of words. There's this power of communication. And there's also a sense of you, having these dual interests, juggling more things and feeling emotionally invested in what you do. That's going to be very important. If you feel like, oh, I don't care, that's going to shine through. You need to embrace the depth of you. You just do. Because it's going to be highly inspiring. It really is. And you're going to find that you inspire others. People are going to sit there and be like, wow, Taurus, I never looked at it that way. I never thought of it that way. And it's the temperance. It's the temperance of the waters of your heart. The gifts that are being given. Aquarius pours the water into the sea. Temperance Sagittarius pours the water into the self. Okay? And that's what you're seeing here. You're seeing this balance of self. Now, this is again a Sagittarius energy, November 22nd to December 21st. You're going to find that there is this harmony that you are connecting with, this beauty that you are desiring. And there is the sense of guidance. You're going to be looking at guidance in all different avenues. Oh, that's funny, because Spirit's like, send them to your brother. My brother has a tarot channel, and he's much quicker about things than I am. So you're going to want that. You're going to want like quick knowledge, quick understandings of things. So I would definitely recommend checking him out. I would recommend, just kind of exploring different inspirations that come up on the side of your feed. I mean, this is a time where you get curious, Taurus, and this is a time where you're just guided. You're going to find yourself, oh, it's exciting. This is an exciting time because you're going to find yourself divinely guided, divinely inspired, and it changes your mind. It changes your whole entire life. The Five of Cups, it's like, oh wow, it's not going to be the same, is it? And is there a mourning? Yes, because you have these 3 cups that you're looking at that are spilt, and you might be looking at these 3 cups that were so very important before. And it's like, oh my gosh, they spilt. It's over. It's all done. Like your heart is broken. For some of you, you're going through a heartbreak. I mean, the way of the world right now, it's intense and it is heartbreaking. But this is saying, turn around. You have the 2 of Cups. And this 2 of Cups is the Minor Arcana Lovers card. You have the Major Arcana Lovers card. And you have the Minor Arcana Lovers card here behind you. Change your mind, change your life. Change what you are focusing on. Because our minds are programmed to look at the negative. They just are. Because when we were evolving human beings, and when, not even that long ago, when survival was so intense, we had to remember the bad. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. There's a trap. Don't go that way. It's not a nice path. Animals will eat you. People will hurt you. Don't go that way. Don't eat those berries. You'll die painfully. Don't do this. You'll be punished. You'll be hurt. Things like that. And it was a world that was astoundingly harsh. And one thing that amazes me, is that a world like that does not exist anymore. Thinking of the Middle Ages before, I'm thinking of, of course I'm using the United States as a reference because that is where I'm from, but, laws about child labor, about human labor, about quality of life, it's important. Where once upon a time, not too long ago, I mean, I was raised by my mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, life was so different. So different. And here, it's like, do not focus on the negative because it can overpower us. It can. It just can, because instead of it being in the forefront of our minds, because we need it to keep us alive, it manifests itself into social anxiety. It manifests itself into depression. It manifests itself into crippling fear. Because our world is so different than what it once was, that having the negative be in the forefront of the mind cripples us instead of keeping us alive. And so here with your heart, it's like, no, I'm a warrior of what I love. I'm a warrior of my heart's truth and my heart's essence. You have the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You're embracing love. You're embracing what you love, and you are slowly and steadily moving forward in your heart's truth. And it's so interesting because Spirit just said the heart moves slowly just as the finances move slowly. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. The Knight of Cups is the second slowest. And why they move slowly is because they are harvesting our truth. It's not our mind which can change with what we learn, right? What we experience. It's not our passions which can change with what we learn with our experiences. This is a part of our personality, our heart, our prosperity, the way we look at things. And they're slow to move forward, but they ground us in a way that is absolutely astounding. And I see right here, the Temperance, the gold, the back, the angels. Your angels are guiding you. Angels' wings. Your angels are guiding you. And so when things get hard, Taurus, if you call on your angels, it's like, I need your guidance. I need your guidance. I need your greatness. I need to understand why. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, let me help you. And you have to listen to your heart, because your heart is leading you towards a happier life. It's not making emotions your anchor for everything. Okay? Because if we focus too much on our emotions, or we focus too much on our mind, we negate one or the other. We have to be right in the middle. We can lean more towards one way or another. I lean more towards emotions. Other people lean more towards logic. And here, it is a sense of being able to guard the heart, to trust the heart. Why? Because we are emotional beings. As emotional beings, we have to be able to understand our emotions, understand the whys behind what we feel and why things are so intense. Not to excuse it, but to dive deeper in it. And the way that you move forward in financial success, but also in career success, is that you have this beautiful understanding of people, Taurus. And you have this beautiful way of pulling people together, of uniting, of, explaining, of seeing. And there's a slow and steady prosperity to you that is astounding. And you might sit there and say, Dane, if it was any slower, time would turn backwards. And I can understand that. I really can. But remember, and I know it's not what anybody wants to hear, but Spirit keeps on saying it's divine timing. It's not what we want when we want it. It's what divinity wants when divinity believes it should come. And so there are lessons that you are learning. There's a power of your heart, of your soul, of yourself that has come into your life that if the heartbreak wasn't experienced, you would be a very different person. You might say, I'd be a better person. Spirit isn't too sure of that, because Spirit sees you as astoundingly powerful now. And that power is what's moving you forward in your career. And you put your heart, your soul into your career, right? Now, it doesn't matter what your career is. If you are a stay-at-home parent, that is your career, right? It is unfair that it is not valued like that, okay, that people do not see it. But it is astoundingly important, astoundingly important. So don't negate yourself. Don't sit there and say, oh no, that's not of importance. Yes, it is. You might find that your career isn't a career, it's a job. But there's something that you love on the side. There's something that sparks your passion. You need to pull that into your life, incorporate it. But you might say, Dane, I'm exhausted when I come home. Or I'm exhausted when I'm done. I'm working from home, I'm trying to balance everything, and it's not working out. You have to let joy in. You do. And I know it sounds so silly, and it sounds so simple and a little bit flippant, but you need to let joy in. You need to let this peace, this harmony, this vibrational understanding into your life, because it increases your productivity towards what you want in life tenfold. And I'm seeing that right here with the 10 of Pentacles. It's like you can increase your wealth tenfold. Will it take time? Most definitely. Will it happen tomorrow? No, probably not. It would be great if it did. But you are calling into your life passion, beauty, and power. And this is why you have the warrior queen here, because you know your mind. And by knowing your mind, you cannot be dissuaded from your course. You cannot be led astray. And there's a sense here with the white raven on her arm calling in your magic. And you might say, I don't have magic, or I don't believe in magic. And I'm not saying that magic has to be conjuring magic. I see magic as the Godhead that dwells within us. Magic is our power, our truth. Brahma in Hinduism said, I hid the God's head within man, because it is the one place that he will never look for it. And it's so true. We look outward, and we see that right here with the devil, has the bonus card. It's like we look outward. We look outward for everything. It's like, as soon as I obtain this, as soon as I get that, things will be better. Things will be powerful. Things will be beautiful. I'll be happy. It's like, no, it comes from within. And the sword is the mind. It's the honing of the mind. It's the knowing of your truth. It's giving yourself respect, right? Because you are astoundingly powerful. And here it's seeing that you can move so much more freely than you ever thought. Think of a chessboard, right? Queens in chess can move anywhere. Kings can't. So the queen of the mind has this free flow of movement, and the heart guards her. And your heart and your mind are coming together. Guarding, moving, understanding. It leads you to the Three of Pentacles. There's a collaboration. Now, it doesn't have to be with anyone but you, your spirit guides, and your angels. But there's a collaboration. There's a gathering of knowledge. This is why I'm saying you're astoundingly inquisitive during this time. It adds to your prosperity. It adds to your wealth. It adds to your beauty. Okay, there are things that you're looking at, and it's like you'll find books that come your way that speak to you. You'll find, podcasts and YouTube videos and, television shows that inspire you. And it has you looking at money. It has you looking at your prosperity differently. It has you thinking outside of the box. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly where you are supposed to be towards. You're supposed to be outside of the box, because when you're in too close of a box, you're like a bull in a china shop. Things start crashing, things start falling, and you're like, why? It's like because your personality is so big, your potential is so large, you can't be shoved into a small space. It's just, it's just not going to happen. Let yourself shine. And you might say, how? How do I let myself shine? I think we all know our purposes. I don't think that always our purposes are grand at all, and we think that they should be. I will put in the description box below and link below to, I think in the comment box too, to a meditation I just did to help us call in our purpose, to help us move forward in our life path. Because there's more here. And if you're lost and you don't know it, there's power that comes in, because Spirit is saying you do know. You're just not seeing it because it's not something amazing. It's not razzle-dazzle. It's something that you'll think, oh, well, that's very mundane. That's very, everyday. It's like, no, it's not. It's not. It's exquisitely and beautifully you. And here in the public arena, it's like you need to rest. You have worked so hard. You have pushed yourself so hard, and you forget to take care of you. You spread yourself too thin, right? And when you spread yourself too thin, it's like pizza dough when you're rolling it out, right? And it's spread too thin and it rips. You don't want that. You don't want to rip, because you want to be that beautiful pizza. You want to be that beautiful coming together. But you have to give yourself respect for everything that you have been through, Taurus. The hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the life was supposed to go this way and it went absolutely pear-shaped. The battles that you have been through. Life is war. It's not, war that we see on television, or battles like that we read in history books. It is the battle to be the true self, the battle to move forward in prosperity and in bounty. It is a privilege, yes, it is, because so much of our history is filled with wars for just simple survival. But it's also astoundingly difficult. And it's powerful when you sit there and you give yourself respect for everything that you have been through. And that's when you it's like you're ending a chapter, you're closing this book, and you're like, well, you're ending a chapter, most definitely. And yeah, it's like, okay, that part of the story is over. Now we go to volume 2, or whatever volume you're now on. And that volume speaks volumes for you. It calls in the success. It calls in the power. It calls in the prosperity. The 10 of Pentacles is wealth, and what you value as much as money. It's wisdom being shared. It's going back to your roots. It's going back to what makes you you. It's seeing something beautiful, and it's being aware of it all. It's wealth that lasts for generations, and it doesn't have to be a wealth that is, show me the money, kind of thing. It doesn't have to be an inheritance, right? It is a way that you leave this world richer than when you came into it. And I'm telling you that you are doing that. Spirit is saying you are doing that in a powerful and beautiful way. This is wealth. this is being seen. This is a completion of a cycle when it comes to lessons of money, to lessons of prosperity. And it's like, it's a new chapter, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new understanding. And you move forward when it comes to your career. Now you're going to be branching off. You're going to find that you're moving in directions that you hadn't expected, because you're not limiting yourself anymore. It's not like, no, it only has to be like this. It's like, no, it has to be success. And you might try something like, 15 million different ways before you get it right. It's kind of like the light bulb. There were, 1,000 ways that the light bulb failed before one way of success was found. And that's what you're going to see with you. And now you move forward with passion and with power and with determination and with dedication. And you are a defender of the reason why you get out of bed in the morning. You're a defender of your passionate truth. And yes, you diversify. Yes, you do what you don't want to do until you can do what you want to do. That's part of life. Is it fair? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because it's valued. When things come too easy, people don't value it. People don't see it as a gift. They see it as, well, of course it was. And that's something nice, to be able to have that arrogance. But I'm not seeing you here as arrogant, Taurus. Not at all. I'm seeing you as dedicated and focused, with laser focus and determination. Moving forward, passionate, driven, balancing the scales, a give and a take. You need to set clear boundaries. You do. And the thing is, Taurus, is that you want to give. You just do. You want to give and give and give and give until there's nothing left, until you're spread too thin. And then resentment may grow, yes, but also just this sense of exhaustion. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's like balance, balance, balance. There has to be a give and take. There has to be a harmony that moves you. Because as you come forward, especially in the workforce, you come forward here and it's like, I need this balance to guide me in success. I cannot be doing everything at work or, within the home or wherever. And nobody helps. You need this harmony. And that's what you're working for. Clear boundaries. And stating things, not in an angry way, but being like, well, I can't do that. That's just not possible right now. And not being taken advantage of. Because you're going to find the more you give, the more people have their hands out. The more you give, the more people have their hands out. And then you're going to get frustrated because you're going to be like, listen, I was being nice. Now you're being a schmuck. I am done. So angry. So, yeah, it will actually curtail your own wealth. Because it will be like, either you become like Scrooge McDuck, right? Or it's just like, it's not worth it. And that's, neither of those ways is what you want to be. Because there's wealth that shines down on you. There really is. The Devil card. This talks about our addictions. All right, here we have the people in doubt and fear below him. Now, this is our normal addictions: drugs, sex, alcohol, food, gambling, shopping, those type of things. And it's the addictions that we don't even know we're addicted to. People pleasing, doubting ourselves, questioning every single decision we make, worry, anxiety. And it's like, no, I'm not being ruled by demons anymore. And it's also, understanding that the devil is a corruption of pagan earth gods. And they weren't good, and they weren't bad. They just simply were. Because life revolves around chaos. It revolves around a cycle. It revolves around the unexplainable. And it is neither good nor bad. We are the ones who do things really out of malice, human beings. If you look at nature, it's not malicious as we are. Though, no, wait, it can be, because you do have, chimpanzees that rip each other apart and, and all that stuff. So yes, there's this violence to the world. And a natural form of chaos. But it is not evil. It is not evil. It simply is what Spirit is telling me right now. And I'm kind of debating this. But that's what Spirit is saying. It's like, so don't demonize things. I mean, yes, of course, the truly horrific, most definitely, but do not sit there and think things are as clear-cut as we human beings would like it to be. Because there's a chaos, there's a brilliance to this earth that we do not understand. But we cannot be enslaved by chaos. We just can't be. And that is what we're rising from. It's also society. It's also saying, okay, well, this is the proper way to do things, and this way will get you mocked and teased and this and that. And you're done with it. You just really are. You're like, no, this is me. And I deserve to move forward in success and prosperity. Connected to this earthly plane. And you are. As an earth sign, you are deeply connected to this earthly plane. And sometimes for you, Taurus, it's just too much. Let's go deeper. Because you're making a change. And wealth is coming to you tenfold. Taurus. And okay, so when I say wealth is coming to you tenfold, it's wealth or something you value as much as money. It's this huge change that is coming in. And it's profound and it's beautiful. And it impacts you astoundingly greatly. Taurus. Show me more deeply for Taurus. August 2020 money and career. Show me more deeply for Taurus. August 2020 money and career. Show me more deeply for Taurus. August 2020 money and career. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Right here. One bonus. I like that. Okay. Now let's see the people you are to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Taurus needs to be mindful of? August 2020 money and career. Who are the people that Taurus needs to be mindful of? August 2020 money and career. Who are the people that Taurus needs to be mindful of? August 2020 money and career. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, that's it. Okay. Spirit said stop. So we stop. I like that. You only have 3 people to be mindful of. You have 4 people who aid you. That's very nice. Moon. Pisces energy. February 19th to March 20th. This is a person who is very afraid. Or this is a person who helps build fear in other people. Why? Because they get a kick out of it. And this could just be a person who's afraid, okay? And who doesn't know that fear is a natural part of life and thinks like, well, it's just me. And this person's energy can be astoundingly draining. This can also be a person who likes building fear in people, right? Yeah, very much so. Who kind of gets a kick out of that, thinks it's super funny, which is not cool at all. Then we have the Strength card, Leo energy. This is a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. This is a person who's just going to be so stubborn. So stubborn. And the thing with you, Taurus, is that you're so stubborn too. So you two will butt heads. You really, really will. It's like the horns of the boar and the horns of the bull. It's like stubborn. But, yeah. So just know. I mean, but there's validity in what this person has to say. That's what Spirit is saying. But stubborn. Like, terrible, terrible way of presenting their ideas. Terrible way of, like, putting things together. It's just, just stubborn. Not listening, thinking that they know. And it's like, okay, fine. Princess of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody who is young. Right? Somebody who is young. And I'm just seeing it as, like, not knowing the weapons that they wield. Not knowing the power of what they can do. They just are a bit oblivious to it. This can also be a person who's just very cutting too with their tongue. Just very, like, can rip you apart. And doesn't even realize. They're like, why? I'm just saying the truth. It's like, okay, listen, are you kidding me? Like, come on. I like how the Queen of Swords is above the Princess of Swords. It's like, once this person grows and they step into their power and they know how intensely magnificent they can be, they change. Okay, they do change. But this is a person who just can be nasty with their words. really cut you deeply. And they won't even know it. They won't even know it. They have just this they might not even be a young person. They might just have this very young mindset. And you're like, oh my gosh, very immature. Or like socially not really that in-depth. They're too much in their mind. The Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, the Six of Swords. Oh, I love that for your personal self. The Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Right? The person aids you here too. So right over your heart, that's beautiful. Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, that's you nurturing your prosperity. I love that. Four of Swords over the Four of Swords. There is something you need to heal from in the public arena. And then, after the Four of Swords in the main reading was the Ten of Pentacles. Now you have the Nine of Pentacles. And that's cool. Prosperity, success, abundance. Knight of Swords. Air sign energy. Moving forward in your truth. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Justice. Here, strong Libra energy. So air signs for you are going to be very intense. You have, Aquarius here, Gemini here, Libra here. They're going to be very, very impactful, very powerful for you. One of them is just going to be, it doesn't have to be an air sign. This could be somebody who maybe has a lot of air within their chart, or just a person who's just cutting. And this is the way that Spirit can tell you, through the cards. Just be mindful. Just be mindful. A person who does not think before they speak. And it can hurt you because you've already been through so much. You've already taken on so much. And we're talking about money. We're talking about career. We're talking about, the prosperity that we move forward in. And you don't want this. I mean, seriously, it's like, oh, please. Just know this person has a lot of growing up to do. They just do. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, everything changes. Everything is changing. And that's why you have to walk away from that old mindset. That's why you're like, no, I'm done. Walking away from what you once thought you would love. It's like it's a new season. It's a new dawn. Your angels are untangling this mess right here. And it's beautiful. It's like, don't worry, I got this. And they really do. And they really do. And it's exciting. And then we have, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is an air sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There we go. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But for you, like if you see here, the sailboat is in the cup and the throne is out at sea. Now in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the throne is out at sea. And you are the king of your world. It's implied that the King of Cups is the king of the kingdom behind him, but that doesn't necessarily have to be true. And every single person, especially when it comes to our emotional selves and our hearts, are the king of our own world, of ourself. There's only one person you can really impact, and that's yourself. And you hold here the vessel for which you will move forward in, the ship, and you have then the Six of Swords. You have yourself moving forward in that ship as you know your love, you know your passion, you know your emotional truth. And you say, this is my world, this is my heart, this is my soul, this is myself. I will not be, I will not be denied, led astray. I move forward for my success. And you have here the swords. This is your knowledge, this is your understanding. And this is you moving forward. This is you moving forward towards what you want. Is it scary? Yes. Is it overwhelming? Yes. Is it necessary? Absolutely. Absolutely. You're nurturing, you're caring. And I just see this is like your angels carrying you. You will always be a baby to your angels. Like that is how angels look at us, like they're children that they need to protect, but also, need to let fall and experience life, because you can't keep, children too sheltered, and you can't, So they help us as much as they can. They do. And I'm just seeing they're really guiding you during this time. So I would take advantage of that really quite truthfully. Queen of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When it comes to your career, you are passionate. You might not know what career you want yet. You might be sitting there and saying, Dane, it feels like I've had placeholders, or I work and I'm trying to build this. The Queen of Wands is your passionate connection. The Queen of Wands is your dawning, your new day. the Queen of Wands is a rising up. And this is you not being afraid to get your hands dirty. This is you being absolutely, absolutely driven. Absolutely, driven. Driven, and it guides your heart. It moves you forward. You're changing your mind, you're changing your life, and you are now determined in your truth. The Two of Swords, it's like you see two paths, and neither one of them is really for you. You're like, how do I move forward? Where is it that I want to be? Blindfolded, you find your truth. Blindfolded, you find the answers. Blindfolded, you see so much more clearly. And it leads you to the Queen of Pentacles. Prosperity, success. You as a queen, able to move freely, able to see more, able to nurture and care for and cultivate the prosperity that you want within your life. Holding it dear to you, as it is dearly part of you. You are a queen during this time. It does not matter how you identify yourself, your gender. It does not matter at all. It matters that you are this queen. Embrace it. Move forward in this strength, because you are a monarch. You are the ruler of your life, and just as the king rules over his own domain, so does the queen rules over herself. And this is seeing what to plant, when to plant, how things connect. This is looking at things and seeing how everything fits together. Taurus, that's what you do. Okay? You look at things and you follow the threads down and down and down. And so when you look at something, you're not just seeing the here and the now. You're seeing down the line in a way that other people don't see. And that's going to be powerful for you. It really is. The Four of Swords. You need to heal. You need to rest. You're not sleeping well. Okay, you're worried about things. And it's like, no, you need to sleep. You need to take care of yourself. That is going to be so important for you. And you also need to give yourself respect for everything that you have been through. You want wealth? First, you start with that. First, you start with respecting yourself and knowing that you are enough to move forward in wealth, in success, in beauty. You are worthy of it. Because if you want success, and if you're moving towards success, but there's a part of you in the back of the mind that says, oh, I can't really do this. I messed it up before. Oh, I'm just going to fail again. They were right. I'm never going to make anything of myself. No, that is what you're releasing. Because as you release it, wealth comes in. Prosperity comes in. Things start to click. You start to see things. And you're like, oh my gosh. And then you have the Knight of Wands here, where it's like the second fastest moving knight. You're determined. You're moving forward. And now you have the Knight of Swords, the fastest moving knight. It's like, no, I know what I want. And usually I say, like, slow down. Yeah. But here, it's like Spirit's like, go for it. Go for it. Don't be foolish. Make sure that you are being respectful and mindful of your responsibilities. But go for it, because you need to shine. This is your time to shine and call in wealth tenfold. Justice comes. A balancing of the scales. They've been long tipped out of favor. Not out of favor. Yeah, well, that's what Spirit wanted me to say. But it's been a long struggle. Justice is starting to come. Cutting through the doubts and the fears. Moving forward in that justice. Moving forward in that truth. Let's see what your spirit animal message is. And Libra is, of course, a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. Taurus. Money and career. Taurus. August 2020. Money and career. Taurus. August 2020. Money and career. Taurus. August 2020. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Ooh, the Rhino spirit. They're like, stop, okay. So you're overcoming any obstacle. That's what the Rhino spirit says here. And that's what we see. That's what we see so clearly within these cards. You are overcoming any obstacle. You are overcoming the obstacles set before you. You are overcoming, and you have overcome so much. Do not deny yourself that truth. Do not lessen the power of you. Your subconscious person message is the Prince of Pentacles. It's you. Now, the Prince of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, Prince of Pentacles, in the Druid Craft deck, which is this one right here. You're moving forward slowly and steadily because you're building a solid, firm foundation. And as you build and cultivate and mold this foundation. You have to go slowly because you don't want everything to fall apart. So with the Prince of Pentacles is a timeless truth about yourself. That yes, you might not be flashy. Yes, you might not be as extravagant as others. But what you do, Taurus, you do astoundingly well. And it lasts. What you build lasts forever. And let's see your subconscious spirit animal message. The canary spirit. Sing your own song. Sing your own song. Let your truth fly forward. Do not be afraid of your voice, of your power. Sing your own song. Dance to your own tune. Don't be afraid to be different. Because your difference is beauty. Your difference is intense. Your subconscious chakra message. Spiritual awakening, the crown chakra. As your I am presence is powerful. As you move forward, changing your narrative. Changing the story that you tell yourself. Changing it to be positive. To be bountiful. To be as beautiful as you are. You awaken spiritually. You move out of the darkness of this earth. You do. You find your justice in yourself. And you are that justice for yourself. And you move forward in beauty, in an awakening, and in an empowerment that is astounding. It can be overwhelming, so be mindful of that. Slowly and steadily you develop. If you need to go more slowly, tell your angels, it's like I'm not ready for all of this to hit me at once. But the spiritual awakening is intense and it is beautiful. And I know you might be saying, how does the spiritual awakening help me with my money, with my career? It helps you immensely because you see paths that were once closed to you. You see things so much more clearly. And you know that you don't need millions of dollars to be happy, at all. Some of the richest people are some of the most unhappy people. What you need is contentment within your soul and yourself. And you need a release from the fear that not having money brings. And for some of you, you've experienced that fear head on, intensely. And it's changed the way you look at wealth. It's changed the way you look at life. And that was one of your life lessons. And it is a powerful, powerful, powerful truth that you carry. Your subconscious tarot message. This is the Five of Wands. There's something inside of you that wars. It does. It doubts. You're waiting for the next shoe to drop. Chaos to come in and sweep things up. This can also be work is intense. Work is intense. People are arguing. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. And if this is an internal struggle that you're having, focus on your breathing. Just to calm yourself. Or hum. Hum, because it takes focus to hum. And it actually really helps clear your mind. And look at that chaos. Look at the doubts and the fears that you have. And say, I am enough. I am powerful. I am achieving my goals. And even though it might sound like a lie, you keep on saying it. Because your mind does not know the difference between what you're wishing for and what actually is. As long as you live it, right? And you focus on those thoughts profoundly and intensely, they become your truth. They become your reality. So be very mindful. Be very mindful of what your mind focuses on. This then leads you to go deeper into your subconscious message. The Lovers. Gemini energy, again, very strong Gemini presence for you, Taurus. May 21st to June 20th. Balance, love, blessings, beauty. Directions. You are pulled in different directions. You're going to find your interest lies in two very distinct places, two very distinct ways of moving forward. Embrace it. Embrace this beauty, embrace this curiosity, embrace this wonderment. Embrace your love, because it brings you to your heart chakra. It brings you to that place of play. It brings you to that place of beauty, harmony, and connection. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, clearing away all negativity, calling positivity, calling peace, calling calm, calling serenity into our lives as we raise ourselves up, as we are stronger and better than before, because we are connected with divinity, and divinity is connected with our very essence. You have stardust running through your veins. You are part of this universe, and the God's head is hidden within you. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you,